let me introduce the speaker. We have a very well experienced speaker on Japanese market, Mr. Tsuneo Suzuki-san. He is the general manager of Tokai Denpunco Ltd company, a major Tokyo provisions grocery brand chain in Japan. Many of you who are familiar with the market will be knowing him. He has connections with India also for a long time. He is more than 20 years in this business and got deep knowledge in this seafood sector, especially with the seafood market in Japan. And I welcome Mr. Suzuki-san to this webinar. Namaste, Suzuki-san.
Namaste.
And I also welcome Mr. MP Singh, who is going to translate whatever questions we are going to ask in Japanese. He is very fluent in both in English and Japanese. We have had experience with him before, so we are very comfortable. I'm sure that you all are going to enjoy this presentation and will be enriched by the knowledge Mr. Suzuki-san is going to give. With this, I request Mr. Suzuki-san to start his presentation. Premdev, please help. My colleague is there. I welcome him. Please.
Yeah, please. Thank you. We'll start.
My name is Suzuki. So I'm going to talk about grocery stores and food service industry in Japan before and after COVID-19. Next, please. So, sales trend of grocery stores before COVID-19. The pattern of consumption has changed. The consumption pattern has changed, and daily meaning the ready-to-eat food and grocery stores are on an increasing trend. The reason of this, they are easy to handle and eat, and it gives you a feel of handmade. On the other hand, the frozen seafood sales at the department stores are declining. The reason behind of this is marine product price is high compared to meat product. For example, chicken breast meat about 48 yen per 100 grams. But seafood mix 200 grams one pack is 298 yen. 200 grams. So this seafood mix includes PD shrimp 91 120 to 100 200 mix about 160 grams. Also white shrimp 3L size headrest shell on 8 pieces per pack is 980 yen per pack. Next please. This is sales composition ratio to grocery stores in Japan before COVID-19. So please see the fisheries. January 6.1%, March 5.9%. But daily is January 8.6%, but March 8.5%. The staple. Next, please. This is a photo of the lunchbox. One is a grilled mackerel. This is about roughly 500 yen. Another is a grilled eel, kabayaki, Japanese yen, roughly 400 yen. Lunchbox. Next, please. This is lunchbox meat. One is a grilled beef, roughly 500 yen. And another is a breaded butter pork egg, also 500 yen. This is very popular in Japan. This is side dish. One is a breaded butter shrimp, 6 pieces and 298 yen. Raw material size is 91 to 120. Another is a fried chicken. This is roughly 400 yen per pack. Now, fried chickens are very popular in Japan. Next, please. So, sales trend of grocery stores before COVID-19. Our company, Tokai Denpunco, sells a lot of product to the fisheries department stores. By seeing the latest change in consumption patterns as one of countermeasures, we made a frozen meal kit. Each meal kit includes meat and vegetable, or fish and vegetables with liquid seasonings. It is quick one-pan dish, and you can put more vegetables if you like. Next, please. And this is sales trend of the food service industry before COVID-19. As for the food service industry, convenience is needed because of the being short-handed. So our Tokai Denpunco have started importing products which are seasoned in foreign countries. After defrosting the products, all you need to do is serve it on a plate. Next, please. Sales trend after extending of the emergency declaration. After the beginning of the emergency declaration due to COVID-19, sales of jellies and frozen food have grown well. School closure due to COVID-19 impacted eating 3 meals every day at home. Because of that, parents who work from home pick easy-to-cook food with jellies and frozen food. Additionally, the sales of instant noodle and ready-to-eat meal have grown well since they have good storability. Also, having less opportunity of going to izakaya and bars after work brought up sales of online alcohol and snacks. On the other hand, it impacted restaurant sales, and they started more takeout, and delivery industries such as Uber Eats got busy. Conveyor belt sushi restaurants have remained closed, less active, and because of the fresh fish sales affected. Due to decreased foreign travelers, sales of izakaya and Japanese restaurant went down about 80%. As a result, factories that produce food for business purpose had to operate less. Next, please. This is sales trend after extending of gross emergency declaration. In the extended phase of emergency declaration due to COVID-19, sales of dairy, which have grown well, have started falling. Due to quarantine and lots of time at home, people have started cooking at home. Sales of fresh fish and meat and vegetables have started to increase. Growth rate compared to the previous months. Number one, grocery, 104.6%. Second, produce meaning a vegetable, 110.3%. Meat, 109.5%. Fisheries, 106.9%, but only dairy, 91%. Next, please. After extending of emergency declaration. As for the delivery industry, it is slightly facing changing time due to high price and people eating bored of similar food. Increasing in people who care about their own health cause more sales of the fermented food and probiotic drinks which Japanese feel healthy with. Regarding fermented food, this is Japanese traditional food. One is a natto. Natto means fermented soybeans. the miso, fermented soybeans paste. Next, please. So this is sales composition ratio from January to April. Which is the yellow line. As I explained, only dairy is getting down. Next, please. Some by categories: dairy food and frozen food. Regarding dairy food, due to school closures and quarantine, dairy meals becomes the center of attention again. People are willing to buy health-related dairy food. Milk, probiotic drinks, natto, and tofu are easily categorized as healthy, and they are in demand. Especially natto and drinkable yogurt are considered as immune boosting to prevent COVID-19, and they are in high demand. Regarding frozen food, it has been increased because of good storability and convenience. And there is a demand for frozen rice and frozen noodle, which could be a main dish. Frozen snacks are in demand for children whose schools are closed. Dairy-related dumplings and shumai are popular as main course. Frozen food for business purpose having a hard time due to the food service industry decreasing. Next, please. In the future, after COVID-19, even though Japan has reopened, since people are cautioned against COVID-19, we think the food service industry is going to hard time for a while, and hopefully it will get back to at least 70% of the non-economic comparing the before COVID-19. As for the grocery stores, they slightly should be getting back to normal, but there are more ready-to-eat meals that has good storability later. So we think it is going to be competitive. Since there need to have a social distance between seats, the food service industry would be probably known better. Next, please. Consumer buying behavior. One, increasing online shopping. The second, increasing delivery service. Third, from health awareness to increasing immunity. To expand for products that increase immunity. Number four, from saving money and being simple to eating luxury foods only at home. Regarding eating out demand, to prevent chance of getting infected, buffet and eateries food business will be avoided and eventually decreasing. Next, please. Dairy and the bento. Bento means the lunchbox demand. Competition between ready-to-eat meal food, ready-to-eat food, and storability food. Product with high shelf life. Changing package materials need from plastic-free to no longer plastic-free. The school lunch industry. The more work from home expand, only less cafeterias will open. The more both parents work, the more school meal at after-school program will increase. Next, please. Now, this is for your information. Japanese lunchbox put a lot of side dishes to care about the color. Color is very important. And lunchbox price is about 500 yen. Sales increase just by putting the skin side of the fish down. Because the color impression is good, so the red color of shrimp looks good. Next, please. In the future, recognize the risk of China. Factories will be transferred from China to Japan or countries other than China, including India, Vietnam, Indonesia. Production in Japan is only sufficient for short-handed situation. Shorter hours operation at the food service industry and grocery stores is an issue. So we need production to solve this issue. So regarding a short-handed operation, for example, reduce the number of remove foreign matters process. So we supply the enhanced remove foreign matters product. So do not sort by weight. So we supply the small package. Do not sterilize. This is especially for frozen vegetable. We supply heated product. Next, please. So what do you expect from India? So we need more highly processed products. For example, so our company processing mackerel in Vietnam now. So pin bone pulled out by tweezers, like a photo, because fish bones and shrimp shells become complaints, very big complaint. And another example, the breaded buttered shrimp. Breadcrumb texture is very important. So Japanese people like crispy texture. Next, please. This is import statistics. We got the boiled shrimp and the sushi ebi. Now we mainly import from Vietnam and Thailand, and Indonesia increasing, but India not so big quantity. Next, please. This is a breaded buttered shrimp. This is also increasing, now mainly from Thailand and Vietnam, and also Indonesia increasing, but India is a very small quantity. So next, please. The production volume and the value of frozen food battery category in Japan. Please see the red color. Lobster and shrimp increasing volume and value. The fried shrimp and lobster stable. Okay. So thank you so much.
There is one question on the prospect of sea coat shrimp. That is shrimp which is caught from the sea. What is the prospect of sea coat shrimp? There are a couple of questions. The first question on this subject. The first question is, what is the prospect of sea coat shrimp in Japan? What is the market size in Japan? Rough idea. That's one question which has come from the participant.
参加者の方からは海で取ったシュリンプ、エビの需要は日本にはありますでしょうか、どのぐらい大きいでしょうかということは。
数字ですか。天ぷら、天ぷらにはよく使えます、海のエビ。でも、どうだろうな。ちょっと高いので、値段が。主に日本食レストランとか、そういったところで使われるんですね。需要があるけど、ちょっと今厳しい。
So this is used in Japanese traditional restaurants where tempura dish is served. So since size is big also and it is expensive also, so it has demand, but a bit limited demand, you can say.
Okay.
Since it's expensive.
Right. What is the prospect of, or what is the perception about Indian cooked shrimp in Japanese market? That is one question. Shrimp from
インドで、インドで、クックした、エビに関しては、日本人の印象はどうなんでしょうか？
ちょっと、菌数。菌ですね。マイクロバイオ。
アンティバイオティクス。
ちょっと心配してます、みんな。
A bit worried about so
TPC.
For cooked in India, so they are bit slightly worried about the bacteria and maybe some these kind of contaminations they're a bit worried about.
Okay. Now, recently, the Japanese government has decreased control on export of black tiger shrimp from India to Japan. From 100% checking, they have reduced it to 30%. So that is a recent, about 2 months back, the positive development has taken place. So, in Suzuki-san's opinion, what is the prospect for the black tiger shrimp market from India in Japan?
Black tiger market とか。
ブラックタイガーのマーケットは 100% 検査対象からは 30% 検査対象に引き下げたということで、それの影響はどうなるでしょうか、日本側ではそれの。
ブラックタイガーは、日本の大阪とか、西の方ですね。でよく食べるので、まあそっちの高級原料として需要はあります。
So black tiger has more bigger market in Osaka or maybe Western Japan area because there you have high-end restaurants.
Marketing in terms of whether we are competitive in when compared to other countries.
他の国の競争相手に比べてインドのベネマイのあれは値段は高い。どうですか？
値段は高いですね。
Yeah, Indian Venamai are expensive, he's saying.
なので、生産コストを下げてほしい。
So, we will request them to reduce the cost or the production cost.
Okay. Which size of the Venamai shrimp is more in demand in Japan?
Venamaiのサイズはどのくらいの方が一番
3140.
31?
40.
3140.
Okay, understood. And another question is on a sea-caught shrimp called monsoon. There's a Puvalan. Puvalan is a name. He may be familiar with it. There used to be good demand for that. Now the demand has come down a bit. What is the reason?
その特別の今名前挙げた種類の需要が前が結構ありましたけど、今は減ったんですので、理由は何でしょうかな？
理由はね、一番は、カップヌードル。インスタントヌードル。
はい。
の、使用量が減ったことと、やっぱり値段ですね。
So one reason he's citing is that the consumption of cup noodle, in which it is primarily being used, the demand is decreasing, and then second one is the price.
バナメが安ければ、バナメを使えます。
So if it is appropriately priced, if the price is less, then definitely it will have a market.
Okay, good. Okay.
Sir, can I add one question to that?
Korini Suzuki no shitsumon desu ga.
Yes. Suzuki-san, from 95 to around 2015, India was the major supplier of cephalopod, that is cuttlefish, squid, and octopus, to Japanese market. But unfortunately, after that, we lost that market. Can you please tell what are the possible reasons and who has gained that market share in Japanese market? Please. Am I clear, Mr. Singh?
1995年から2015年までは、イカとかタコとか、そうフェラなんとか、そういうふうな魚のためには、インドはリーダーだったんですけれども、その後は徐々に減っていったわけなんですので、
はい。
それは、どこのところに取られたんでしょうかな。どこの国に
一番
取られました
は、フレッシュネス。鮮度です。
Sorry?
フレッシュネス。新鮮さ。新鮮さ。
He's saying that reason for this is the freshness is the reasons.
インドのイカが少し黄色くなってた。
Because the viper ですか？
黄色、イエローですね。イエローカラ
ー。Yellow, it became yellow.
Okay. The color changed because of the loss of freshness.
Yes.
Of that, the market did not accept it. Now, the second part of his question is who replaced India then? Which country replaced India? Any idea?
Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia.
Especially Vietnam.
Okay, understood. Now, coming back to the shrimp, one of our participants asked, you said the 3140 size is more preferred in the Wanamai shrimp in the Japanese market. The question is, what is the reason or why 3140 size shrimp is more preferred in Japanese market?
ウェナマイの話ですが、サイズは31、40の方が好ましいですので、その理由は何でしょうかな？
お弁当だったり、冷凍食品だったり、それで加工用にちょうどいい大きさが。さっき見たランチボックスにも載せますし、あと、天ぷらも値段もいいし、大きさもちょうどいい。
So you're saying because the size is just appropriate for making it for lunch box, for frozen food, for making tempuras also, and the price is also attractive in this size. So these are the reasons for.
The next question is on tuna.
Tuna.
Japan is a big market for tuna, but India has some quantity of yellowfin tuna, a type of tuna. Another one is the skipjack tuna. So the question they are asking is, what is the prospect for skipjack tuna in Japan? What kind of products we need to send to Japan, which has good demand?
Good demand.
He can just talk about the tuna market.
日本の市場ではトゥナ、インドのイエローフィンじゃなくて、なんかその
スキップジャック。
もう一つのスキップジャック、トゥナについてどういうふうな需要があるんでしょうか。
一番は缶詰、キャニング。
Yeah, for canning it, that canned tuna.
Second はドライドボニート。
Dried bonito.
Oh, dried bonito, canned tuna is in demand. Okay. What are the fresh, is the cuttlefish sushi market in Japan, do they prefer the cuttlefish from trolling, or by jigging? Which is preferred in Japanese sushi market? There are two methods. Trolling from trolling method, and the other one is jigging method. So, which one is preferred in the Japanese sushi market?
イカについて寿司屋さんはトローラー 大きいと、大きい船とかで、それとかもう一つの方法は、ディギングで取るんですね。
はいはいはい。
こっちの方が、好ましいでしょうか、とどこの方が。
どっちでもいいんですけど、船の中の凍結がしっかりしないとダメです。
はいはい。So any process is okay, but trawling you need to be careful about the freezing process.
Next question is on fresh fish. Other than tuna, what are the fresh fish preferred in Japan?
で、チューナ以外は、あとは、フレッシュフィッシュは、どういう種類の方がいいでしょうか？
フレッシュフィッシュはね、でも、
Fine.
日本人が好きなのは、マグロと、サーモンと、
サーモン。
マッカレル。
Mackerel. Salmon and mackerel are the most preferred fishes, fresh fishes.
で、高い、ハイプライスは、コーカーですね。コーカー、ハタ。あとはシーブリーム。
Sea bream. Okay.
Seaweed. So red fish, poker, seaweed.
Red seaweed.
Red seaweed.
Okay. So salmon, red sea bream, these are some mackerel are the preferred fresh fishes. Okay. Now we go to a general question. The general question is, India has a lot of shrimp, then squid, cuttlefish, and some tuna which could be canned. These are some of the things which we can offer to Japan. And the question is, what would be your advice to Indian exporters to get more penetration or more access to Japanese market? What would be your suggestion? Which way, for example, Indian shrimp exporters should work with the Japanese buyers to increase their sales? What would be his advice, Suzuki-san's advice to Indian exporters?
鈴木さんのアドバイスとして、インドからやっぱりいろんなこういう、イカ、エビ、またはいろんなこういうサバとかサーモンとか輸出できるような、いろんな魚ありますので、こっちの業界に関してはどういうアドバイスがあります？日本のマーケットシェアを増やすためにはどういうふうにした方がいいですか？
一番は、やっぱりコストですね。
Okay.
で、生産コストを上げてほしい。もっと、生産コストを下げて、値段を安くする。で、2番は、ワーカーさんです。工場で働く人のスキル。ナイフカットとかそういうスキルを上げてほしい。で、3番目は、クオリティコントロールですね。
So first advice is that the cost should be brought down. Production cost should be brought down by various methods. Second is the worker skill is very important. They need to know how to use knife and how to cut the products. And the third one is the quality of the product is also very important.
Next question is on shrimp, sea coat shrimp. I'll just say the name. You can repeat. I think he will understand the name.
また海魚、海シュリンプですが、名前今言いますから、そのまま。はい。
So they are asking about the demand for the sea coat shrimp varieties like white shrimp, sea white, then bamboo shrimp, flower shrimp, pink, brown. So these are the shrimps. And another one is karikadi shrimp. You know that, right? Yeah. What is the demand? What is the prospect for these kind of shrimps? Sea coat shrimps.
For cup noodle, karikadi, the poobaran. For frozen food, also karikadi poobaran. The high-end tempura,
For high-end tempura, he's
high-end white.
white. So for curry cup noodles and maybe for the frozen. So
Frozen.
this it's white. And for tempura, this is white is also appropriate.
Okay, how is the market? Market is increasing, or is there a good potential market for these products?
市場が上がってますか、市場が大きくなってますかとか、そっち。
冷凍食品、フローズンフードは伸びてます。
Frozen food is increasing. Frozen food market is increasing.
カップヌードルも、カップラーメンも伸びてます。
Cup noodle also increasing.
あと天ぷら、高級な天ぷらはちょっと今減ってます。
Cup noodles or tempura, high-end tempura shops sales. I mean, these things are coming down. Sales are decreasing.
Okay, so generally, can we understand that the high-end market, expensive market size is not increasing rapidly, but there is a huge potential for non-premium products.
Yes.
Can we assume that? Is that right? だから正しい理解しますと、高級品のレストランとかそういったところで使う商品の方が需要が少し減っているということです。
そうですね。
で、またそれでプレミアムじゃないとかそういうのやつの方が上がっているということ、その理解で大丈夫ですね。はい。Yes, you are right.
Okay, thank you. And now coming back to fish. Shrimp, they are asking more questions, but I'll come to fish. There are two questions. One is there any demand for small size tuna, which is caught in Persine, 2 to 3 kilogram size yellowfin or skipjack tuna? What is the demand, which is caught in Persine net?
パルシーンネットで取ったチューナ2、3キロぐらいのヤロフィンとか、そのチューナのデマンドがあります、需要がありますでしょうか？
これはもう缶詰ですね。キャニン。
That is for the can processing.
Okay. That is where the most demand is. Okay. Okay.
So, this much of it.
Right. There's a question from one of our participants. There is a fish called tilapia fish. India has started culturing that fish, tilapia. It is, when compared to other fishes, it's a low-cost fish. So what is the prospect in Japan market? And what is the size preferred? This is the question. Tilapia fish.
サイズがコストが高いということは理解してますので、インドではティラビアという名前の種類の魚が今栽培しているですので、そういうやつの需要は日本にはあるでしょうかとか、サイズとしてはどのサイズの方が適切なサイズでしょうか？
テラピアも日本で売ってたんですけど、だんだん減ってきちゃいます。で、今は、ベトナムのパンガシウス、ナマズです。
ナマズね。
ナマズが、フライ、ブレディティバターですね。の原料として入ってきてますけど、日本人はナマズって聞いただけで、あまり食べたくないんです。
ナマズって英語で何て言うんですかね？
キャットフィッシュです。
Catfish, catfish. So he's saying that tilapia also they used to sell as one of their product, but slowly, gradually that also they have to take out from their shelves because sale were less. But catfish, namaz, which is the raw material coming from Vietnam, fried namaz is being sold, but it is not taken as a kind of a premium fish. So Japanese they just take it as a kind of normal seafood.
Okay. there are different types of fish, like you said about Red Sea bream fish, and a couple of other fishes, sea bass, another snapper, grouper, sea bream, and sea bass.
Sea bass.
Sea bass, B-A-S-S, sea bass.
Sea bass.
Sea bass. Of which fish is more preferred, or which fish has more market potential?
Grouper.
Grouper, huh?
Grouper.
Okay, he understood the question. Thank you. Almost to the end, one or two questions have come. How about this smoked tuna? Smoked tuna, masmin, and dried and smoked tuna.
I will add one more things to that.
Yeah.
I read somewhere the pine wood, a special pine wood smoked tuna is having a good demand in Japan. So we at our Lakshadweep Island, this tuna is very much available, and this masmin production is very high. So what is our chance in that market? Can you please ask?
Smoked tuna で、またはパインウッドスモークチューナーの方が結構需要があるらしいんですので、
はい。
で、インドではたくさんそういうチューナーが取れるということですので。
About ね、15 years ago, we tried a smoked tuna at Lakshadweep. Then, when we produced the smoked tuna, used a lot of water. We need so a lot of water.
Out of the?
お水がすごい、お水をすごい使うんですね。でも、ラクシャディープは海水しかなかったんです。海のシーウォーターしかなかったんです。それがダメだ。あと、スモークする木。木ですね。はい、ツリーですね。の種類が、ラクシャディープにはなくて、あの時はね、コーチンからラクシャディープまで、その木を持ってったんです。で、コストが合わない。15年ぐらいまでやりました。エムペダの協力をもらって。
So you think 15 years ago they tried smoked tuna, they started buying from Lakshadweep, but since the fresh water was not available there, so you have more seawater, maybe the taste was not good, and then the wood which was not available locally in Lakshadweep, it was shipped from Kochi to Lakshadweep, so that started becoming slightly unviable, you could say.
今は、モルジブとインドネシアで作ってます。
Now they are trying this from Maldives and Indonesia.
Okay. So that means there is prospect for Lakshadweep. Yes. Thank you.
Cost reduction.
Mr. Singh, you can come in voice.
Hello, I think something went wrong. So please, Suzuki-san, 受けてください。
はい、ナンバーワンは、コストリダクション。ナンバー2は、
Number one is cost reduction.
スキル。ワーカーズスキル。
Okay.
で、ナンバー3は、not quantity, quality. We need high quality. On these 3 points.
So here his advice is that the cost should be minimized, skill of the workers should be enhanced, and the quality of the product should be also, increased. So these are the 3 inputs from his side.
Okay. Right. So what Suzuki-san is saying is, for Indian exporters to expand more into Japanese market, they need to increase the skill of the workers to produce better, high quality product at a competitive cost. That is what the message of Suzuki-san. It was wonderful to have you with us, Mr. Suzuki-san. You had a lot of patience, I would say. You listen to all kinds of questions, right to fish, to squid, cuttlefish, entire gamut of questions. You patiently listened, and I understand that you have taken a lot of effort to prepare this presentation in English. We, on behalf of all the participants and all of us from MPEDA, I thank you from the bottom of our heart for the effort you have taken. You are indeed a good friend of India. Thank you, Mr. Suzuki-san.
Thank you.
And before I conclude, we have conducted the opinion polls for Mr. Suzuki-san's opinion also. Information also. I would like to give you the message. I mean, the feedback we got from the poll. We conducted a live poll. Most of the participants are expecting that the market will become steady by around December or afterwards. That is one opinion from the participants. And what is the future? The participants are saying we have to increase the value addition. About 43% of the people are saying we have to increase the value addition. And another major chunk, in fact, similar numbers, is saying that we have to increase the quality. So you are right, Suzuki-san. Our exporters understand that value addition means basically increasing the skill of the workers, and quality also should improve. So that is what our exporters also feel. So we have understood you completely. So I thank once again Mr. Suzuki-san and Mr. Singh. It is indeed a pleasure to have you here. I'm sure that we have given you a lot of tough time with all technical work. Yeah. So even then you could go through it smoothly. Thank you very much.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you. And I would appreciate the participants, because right from the beginning, the number is steady. Nobody has left. In fact, I wanted to close it half an hour ago. But everybody is, active online. I can see that the number is steady from the beginning. That means the topic is very interesting, and the presentation of Mr. Suzuki-san is also very good. So I like to thank all the participants who had registered for this session for the wonderful participation. I thank you, and we will be coming back to you with more such webinars in future. So please be in touch with our local offices. And I like to thank all my colleagues in MPEDA who has put a lot of effort to bring this to a webinar into a good form. And I like to thank our chairman and directors for their support and for their guidance in organizing this program. And I thank all the exporters, all the participants for actively participating in the webinars. So till the next webinar, I say goodbye to all of you. And last but not least, Premdev and his colleagues has been the backbone of this webinar program. They had been working day and night along with my colleagues in the field offices. Once again, thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Suzuki-san, and thank you, Mr. Singh. Thank you. Namaste.